Greetings, my dear friends. Today we're gonna study very important and powerful tool, which is based on major arcanas of tarot. So we know that we are energies and we have this physical experience here on Earth in our physical bodies. But each soul incarnated here on Earth with a specific incarnation, but also it determined what moment of life is gonna be born. So it is called the date of birth, right? So it is day, month, and a year. So those numbers have energies, and those energies are expressed through archetypes of major arcanas. There are 22 major arcanas that okay, so I'm just looking if other people are joining. So there are 22 major arcanas, and this energy could be direct. So it means that those arcanas influence you directly, how it's supposed to be, the energy is expressed, but also they could be reversed. It means that the energy is distorted. And when the energy is distorted, it could be expressed as an excess of energy or is lack of energy. And through the use of this major arcana, you could gain powerful insights about yourself or about your spouse, about your kids, about your colleagues. You will understand the fundamental motives that shapes you, that shape them, and that shape your life, basically. Your inclinations, your talents, your zone of comfort, your abilities, and what kind of significant events or karmic events gonna happen in your life no matter what. So those will happen. And this knowledge helps you to understand how to navigate your life, what you should work on, what the best purpose, what the best tools you have to fulfill your purpose of life. And yes, these metrics of life, or that expressed through major arcanas or energy of those arcanas, signify what purpose of life of this incarnation, and also they indicate what kind of previous incarnations you had, so you have this life. So it is the foundation or the fundamentals that you gain from your previous incarnations, what kind of energies you already have, you already worked, you already mastered. So now you could basically rely on those energies and live through this incarnation on this life, having those lessons that are expressed through major arcanas. And those arcanas indicate your matrix of life. So basically, when we have three numbers, your date, day, month, and year of birth, they are translated into matrix. There are some calculations, and I'll show you how it looks. There are going to be 12 positions. So I will share my screen. So I am not sure if I can. So show me in the chat that you can see. Can you see it? Great. All right, so we have 12 positions, and each point or each position in this matrix has its own meaning. So for example, the position number 1 indicates what the main energy in your childhood and in your youth. So your life is divided in 3 periods. So first period, second period, and third period. And the position 1, 2, and 3 influence your first third of life, 2, 3, and 5, your second third of life, and 2, 4, and 5, your last third of life. Then the position number 6 indicates the fundamentals or the foundation that you have, so you could rely on this energy in any situations that you face during your life. Then the position number 2 indicates what's your core, because this point impacts all periods of your life, the first, the second, and third. And the position 3 and 5, 3 indicates some of your fears, what could be your shadow side, also how you perceive yourself. And the position number 5 indicates what talents you have or what talents you need to develop. It depends on the arcanas that are near this point. So when we interpret the meaning of those arcanas, we look not only at one arcana, but we look at the combination and see what the combination of those arcanas tell. So, and then points 7 and 8 indicate the purpose of your life, purpose of this incarnation, and the 8, the instruments that you have, how you could fulfill your purpose. And the position number 9 indicates your comfort zone. So what are you comfortable of doing? When you always rely on that, in which situations? And then those that I put above of this main matrix, the position 10, 11, and 12, those are called karmic arcanas, or arcanas that indicate your past lives. So who you were in your past life, position number 10, what kind of karma you gained. And then in 11, what you worked on or what you didn't finish working on. And then as a result of 10 and 11, what's your mission in this life, why you are here. So, and then when we look the interpretation of those arcanas, we look at each row because it has a meaning. So the first is kind of highlights the key event or key energy during your life from 1 to 7, right? And then the second row, 3, 5, and 8 indicates for most people how their professional life will develop, what they will do in their life, and what they will reach as a result. And then the vertical trend 6, 2, and 12 indicates what this person is going to rely on as a foundation, how they're going to develop professionally and personally to achieve this position of 12 and fulfill their mission. Make sense? Any questions? Okay, great. Thank you. So now moving on, because a lot of you guys vote in the Instagram poll that you would like to look at Matrix of Life of Kim Kardashian. So this is her Matrix of Life. And I also included here a Matrix of Life of Kanye West to kind of indicate the abilities of this method, Matrix of Life, because you could look not only at the individual matrix of life of people, but as a composite matrix. So it is great to analyze the couples. And as a couple, you not necessarily can look at your spouse or your boyfriend, but also it could be your children. So for example, if you have some challenges with your specific child, then when we build this composite matrix, so it means that it's built out of 2, it will tell what kind of energies are activated when you are 2 together. So with different people, the different energies are activated. And also for the gender-related matrices, so you will see who is more active, who is the troublemaker in couple, and what's going to happen with this couple. Because, again, there are positions that indicate what this couple will do, how they've met, how they perceive each other, what they feel towards each other, and what's going to happen with this couple. So if we consider gender-related, I mean, you could build the chart with your clients, with your bosses, with your colleagues, and you will understand why so-and-so, for example, irritates you, or why with a specific person you have very great relationship and rapport. So looking at Kim Kardashian, she was born on October 21st, 1980. So this is how her matrix of life looks like. First, we take a look at the first position, and in the first position we see the world card. The world card indicates that she is always interested in new things. She's always interested in learning something new and expanding her knowledge base. It's also arcana that tells that she is very sociable person, so she likes to explore, she likes to expand her circle of friends, and she likes to travel. She is open to the world around her. Then, if we look at the second position, It is the Wheel of Fortune arcana, and it is the main arcana in her life. So it's going to impact her life significantly. And the Wheel of Fortune indicates that she is very interested in money, because this is a financial arcana. It indicates that Kim is going to have lots of opportunities for monetization. And this is karmic arcana, so it also tells that she will have lessons with money. And we remember that she used every opportunity to make money. First, she used her friends, Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie, to make money. So that's how she became famous. And the next opportunity that brought her lots of money, it was the release of her sex tape. Actually, she made, I think, $5 million just based on that. Basically, she used every opportunity, every chance to monetize. Also, this position tells that her mother was a very influential figure in her life that also impact her money situation. And again, if we remember the sex tape situation, it's her mother who encouraged her to, rather than go to court and settle, just monetize that. And so she made a fortune out of that tape. The next, and also, because this is a karmic arcana, it tells that she's going to have lessons based on money. She needs to learn responsibility. And many of you guys know that she was sued by one of her employer when she worked in as a designer, or as a stylist, I should say, for a woman, I forgot her name, and she stole with her credit cards, I think like $150,000, and she was sued, but then they settled this. So this arcana indicates that Kim's gonna have karmic lessons with money, with dealing with money, for her entire life. Then if we look at the position of number 4, which is the Hermit arcana, it tells that Kim perceives herself as someone special. It also tells that she kind of separates or opposes herself to others, thinking that, oh, I am so and so, I am above everyone else, this is them, this is me. So this is what tells. But it also, this arcana tells about her fears, because we said that the position on number 4 indicates fears, and fears are to be alone, because the Hermit arcana indicates the fears of being lonely. So she will do everything to be with someone else. And we know that, again, those positions indicate her early life, the first half of her life, that she was in different relationships with different guys, just not to be on her own. Then the position number 5, this is the talent, and what she needs to develop. In case of Kim, this is her talent, and this is the arcana of lovers. It is arcana about communication. So it means that Kim has very good communication skills. She knows how to compromise. She knows how to reach agreement. That's why she was so successful in settling all the different causes. She knows how to make friends, how to feel people comfortable around her. This is her talent. And if we think about her and Kanye West and their relationship, she was the one who would support her partner. I mean, Kanye West also has this arcana, but it is in his second point. For her, it is her talent. So she was very partner-oriented, and this is her talent. So, but on the other side, if we look at the Kim behavior, she tends to make decisions mostly based on emotions rather than logic, because the Lover's arcana is an emotional arcana. It is about emotions. It's ruled by Moon. So then we'll look at the foundation of Kim, and here we see the 15th arcana, which is Devil arcana. So the Devil arcana indicates that her foundation is her sexuality, her body. Also, she's a very charismatic person, and she has tons of energy. So also, this arcana often indicates a talent in design. So in creativity, this is the creative energy. So we could say that Kim used this creative energy, her sexuality and body to make money. And then, I will share the insights about her mission and why this is her mission based on who she were in her past life and what she did. Then, as a final point of what's going to happen in her last third of her life is the arcana of moon, which is next to arcana of priest and the empress. So the moon arcana indicates that in the last third of her life, she'll be focused on family, because moon is the arcana that tells about being a mother, taking care of others, nurturing, and focus on her family and kids. Furthermore, we see the priest arcana here. Then the priest also indicates children, and the empress indicates mother. So her last third of life will be mostly focused on her family and children. And we know that with Kanye West, she has 4 children. So there are people that she needs to take care of. Then, looking at the points of 7 and 8, this is the purpose of her life and the instruments that she's going to use. So the purpose of her life is to become an expert, because priest is also an arcana that indicates being an expert in dealing with females, in dealing with creativity. But the Empress arcana also indicates business. So her purpose in life is to become an expert and authority for others through energies of Empress and dealing with females and focusing on the females' energy. And we know that she has a business that focused on designing clothes and designing, I think, lingerie and some, it's called Skims, I think that's her brand. And then also she has a business of fragrances for females. So obviously she is doing what she's supposed to be doing, being an expert and a business owner of items for females. Then looking at her point of comfort or zone of comfort, and there is an arcana of star. So she is very comfortable of being famous. She loves it. This is her comfort zone, and she will do everything, use her devil's energy, right? So sexuality, her provocative actions just to be famous. And we know that some of the things she did just to gain the popularity and being famous, right? Like her marriage, I think, with a basketball player or with someone else. So this is who she is. And now we're gonna look at her karmic triangle, her past lives triangle. So in the point that says who she were in her past life, there is a strength arcana, and the strength arcana indicates that she was a person who spent a lot of her efforts on either fighting with somebody or fighting herself. So basically, it's most likely that she was maybe a military figure or some kind of fighter for the rights of others, because next to it we see the arcana of temperance. So she was fighter for the rights of others, and she was focusing on others and spending her zeal, her energy, just doing things for others. And in this life, she needs to focus on herself. We see the arcana of sun, which indicates individuality and creativity. Therefore, looking at the vertical trend, her life mission is to use the energy of devil, meaning creativity, sexuality, magnetism, manipulation, even in some sense, to gain money and use every chance to earn money, to become famous, to basically to shine, to be a creative individual. So we could say that she fulfills her life to the T, right? Because, she is doing what she's supposed to be doing. And for most people, their spirit is leading them, and there is no contradictory. But for some people, like we see Kanye West, the arcanas that are reversed, they have R next to it. When the pattern or the matrix of life has that reversed arcanas, it means that the energy is distorted. This person has more karma. So Kim Kardashian in her past life did everything correctly. So for all her efforts, let's put that way, she is having the life that she is having now. She is allowed to be famous, basically. But in this life, she's going to have karmic lessons regarding to money. And we know that in some situations, she did well, but in others, she didn't do so well. And she deals with the consequences of that. But looking at the Kanye West, his problem is within the relationship, because this is arcana of justice. So I'm not going to go through each position of Kanye West pattern. I'm just going to tell that looking at the pattern, if you see reversed arcanas, then it means that this person has karmic debts and he needs to work more and hard, specifically on the relationship, because the justice arcana is also about relationship. And in his life, it is even highlighted with arcana of lovers, which is also about relationships and communication in relationships. When we analyze what's going to happen with these two people, we look at the composite matrix. Composite matrix tells that these guys met and were attracted based on the devil arcana, on sexuality. So both of them had very strong sexual feelings to each other. And also we look at what happened next. And the next, they liked to talk. They liked each other. And we could explain why, because she has the talent of communication and he likes to talk. These two probably had multiple conversations. They probably talked for hours. Then we look what other arcanas these two guys have, what similar arcanas. So there is not much, as we can say. So 21, he doesn't have 21, 10, he doesn't have 10, 18, he doesn't have 18, 5, he doesn't have 5, 9, no, he doesn't have, only 6. So only talking, only being lovers, right? So that only held them together. There is no more arcanas that will indicate why these two people will be together. So when we compare two matrices of life of each individual, we should look if there are similar or same arcanas in each matrix. So then there are more energies that are familiar to each other, and it's kind of making them stick together. But then looking what's going to happen with these guys. So first they met based on sexual attractions, then they had tons of conversations. Then the chariot arcana indicates that these guys probably moved everywhere. They maybe traveled together, did some things. And then we see the arcana of tower. And in composite matrix or matrix, when we look at the relationship, this arcana means that these guys start living together. They had a marriage. So this arcana makes them live together, being a couple. So they start living together and they became a couple. But then the position 4 and 5, 5 and 4 indicates what's going to happen next. And here we see the temperance and the judgment. So the judgment arcana is another karmic arcana that indicates together with temperance that they're not going to be together. Plus here we see as a purpose of this couple, the world arcana, and the world arcana means free, going separate ways. So just looking at the composite matrix, we could say that, yes, these guys will marry, but then they're going to divorce and go their separate ways, just based on that. So, and you could, if you are interested, you could reach out to me for the reading of your arcana, your life of matrix, life matrix of your partner, boyfriend, spouse, children. We could do this analysis to help you understand what's going to happen with you two together, or just understand what kind of energies are your soul decided to work on in this incarnation. So, and then we planned on doing the analysis of Marisa, but it looks like she didn't join. So I don't think I'm gonna analyze that because I would like to hear her thoughts on the analysis of her metrics of life. So any questions? No, no questions. All right. So, okay, one more. Oh, very interesting. Okay, great. Thank you. So guys, if you watch this on YouTube, very accurate. Okay, great. Yeah, so you will be surprised how accurate those matrices of life are, especially if you, for example, started dating someone, or if you are considering a business partnership. It's also very important to know if this business partner is going to be a good partner, or they just gonna cheat on you, steal money, etc., etc. So this is amazing tool to see the progression of your development if you will be together with this partner or with this person, if it's your boyfriend or even a spouse, if you're ready to know. And also it tells what kind of challenges you as a couple may encounter and how those challenges you could work through. So this reading is available on my website. I'm gonna share the link below. So I am making a special offer if you're interested to get this reading for special $125. So $125 for a limited time. So I will, and you need to enter the code purpose. So with the code purpose, you get the special deal of this reading for $125. All right. So I'm gonna stop recording. Sharing. Stop sharing. I want amazing. So where okay, stop share and recording. I am not sure. Okay.